I find it really interesting, because I do, as I'm listening to these songs that Noel, these B-sides, they're really good. They're like, I'm finding that they might be better than some of the other stuff
Mhm.
that I've known all these years from
Well,
Oasis.
it's like
So
you said, it just doesn't have that one sound that they think is going to sell big.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, well, we talked about that before, that it's really got nothing to do with the quality of the song. Hey, you're watching Into the Music. I'm here with Greg, and my name is Chris. And Greg, you got something for me to react to?
I do. I've got an Oasis for you. Okay.
An Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been crawling through the desert here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think you
Is
have
it a
been
mirage though? I don't know.
I love how we just landed here, right, on this Oasis. Because I feel like it's been sort of a walk through the desert for you, right? There's some hot sands, some Liam hot sands, and then was Talk Tonight just a mirage, or possibly you're on safe ground here? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
And
I'm
you're like sitting
probably,
there going, "What the hell's going on?" So,
it's probably a combination, and it's quicksand.
well, you're going to tell me because we've got a coffee request by Nish. He brought both of us a cup of coffee so that you can react to the master plan. I think he put your name down, like he wants you to listen to
Oh
this.
boy, they're getting specific now.
And so, Talk Tonight we got,
Okay.
maybe not the glass half full, as you said, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe the discussion has changed a bit. Maybe the door has been opened up a bit. Maybe you
Yeah.
can agree. Maybe, okay. All right. So the master plan, let's see if the master plan is for you to actually really like
Okay.
the song.
Since you just bombarded me with more metaphors,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go off and get into the quicksand.
Yeah, nice. That's a really good attitude.
Totally unbiased on this channel.
Go
I'll give
off.
it a listen.
To go off.
Hey,
Don't
no,
even come
I'm
back.
going.
I
I'm
just don't
going.
want to. I don't want to even see you. Well, I actually do. Come on back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it at some point.
So, what was it, a couple of months? You probably heard this one. It's called the Masterplan.
I'm loving that harmonica. I'll go back to the beginning.
So, what was it, a couple of months? You probably heard this one. It's called the Masterplan.
Take the time to make some sense of what you want to say. Cast your words away upon the waves. Sail them home with acquiesce on a ship of hope today. And as they land upon the shore, tell them not to fear no more. Say it loud and sing it proud today.
Felton, Monica, you're up.
All right, I see you back from that desert walking quicksand. I know. All right, so here we go.
You know, you have to stop fighting the quicksand. You have to just float because the quicksand's denser than you.
No, I think you're denser than the quicksand.
Yeah. Same to you, pal. Yeah. Ooh, that really hurt.
So what do you think?
I liked it. Is this is Noel singing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's a plus for me.
You couldn't
I
tell. You
really-
couldn't tell that it was Noel and not.
No, I assumed it was, but I wasn't sure. There was one line in it, and this sounded just like his brother. But I will get to that later on.
Okay.
What I really liked about this song is the chord progression. The chords they used were really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
They were kind of unusual chords, and the harmonica was great. The strings were great.
Yeah.
The melody, I liked the melody, except for a little part of the chorus, which is what I was referring to.
Da 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 da.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about that. It wasn't terrible or anything. But the last line in the chorus, which is "Which way they want to go," and that sounds just like how his brother sings. The go part, you know, I don't like it. That sounds like that little snippet of melody. To me, I'm sure I'm wrong here, but I get the idea that it's in every one of their songs. That, you know what I'm saying? That there's something about
Yes.
that it's
There is.
that's their sound.
Well, there
And
is a
that's
repeat.
What?
There is a repeat of certain words, even some
No, not
melody.
just the words. That type of
melody.
word, and how
Yeah.
you could sing that type of word with the long vowel.
I might get some crap from Oasis fans right now, but when I do look at the whole body of work from this band, there are certain songs that actually do sound like each other. In some
And you
ways.
could say
In
that,
some
oh, well,
ways.
that's their signature sound. Like we've talked about this
Right.
with previous Clearwater Revival before. They have a signature sound, and it's cool if you like the band, if you like that sound.
Yeah.
And then we don't say, well, they're just repeating themselves. We say, no, that's their signature sound. So it's kind of like we even describe it differently,
Yeah.
depending on whether we like it or not.
Noel, I think he was the sole songwriter for the band, so, and he was
So
pumping
that
out,
would come out like that then.
and he's pumping out a lot of songs, right? And so,
Yeah.
if you got this one done and you're on to the next, I'm just thinking there could just be some carryover into something else that might sound.
It's like the melody is the same.
Yeah.
It's similar or very similar.
Right. Is that a minor complaint though? Overall, it sounds like you really like the song. Yeah.
Complaint. Yeah. Overall, I really did like the song.
So the last two songs that we've done, Talk Tonight and this one, it's when you talked about the chord changes and how you actually really found them interesting, or I think you used a different word. Like you really liked them a lot.
I like this one better than the other.
See, I felt probably even more so with Talk Tonight, the chords. This one, the chords too. It's very.
Well, I also didn't like that he forgot the girl's name, and she talked him off a ledge on the other song, yet he can't remember her name.
He's also married and has some kids, and maybe he needs to do some of that too. Who knows? Because she actually said, she was quoted saying, "Yeah, that's kind of why he doesn't remember. I don't know. That's on him or something like that. Or you gotta who knows? Like maybe he is maybe intentionally trying to forget that or whatever, or who knows? But that said, we're talking about this song.
I know. I'm getting into the nitty gritty here, man. I know.
And that song is actually connected to this because the Masterplan is it's actually on, I think it was included in one of the earlier albums in 1995 as a B-side. So written and sung by Noel, released in 1995. I forgot the album, but it was as a B-side to the CD version of the hit Wonderwall. And I just forget what album that's on. But Wonderwall, right? We talked about that a little bit in the last reaction. It's also the name of the band's B-side compilation album that that in 1998 that compilation album dropped, and it's the last track on that album called Masterplan, and also Talk Tonight is also on that album too.
Mhm.
That album again is made up of all B-side material, which is kind of interesting. So just slowly but surely I've been sort of going through that. But I don't think I need to go through that whole album. Maybe you need to kind of get in there, do some shopping. Maybe you
I
can throw
don't
some stuff at
need to
me.
do it.
What's
I don't need to do it.
You don't need to. No. Would you
Don't
like
tell
to?
me what to do, man.
Why don't you strongly consider it?
Okay.
So
Go on how you say it.
here's a really interesting thing though. So now only years later, did Noel regret making it a B-side. Telling UK music publication Music Week in 2020 that he recalls writing this song at home and then going to the record studio next day and playing it to a bunch of silent people in the studio. Quoted by Noel, "I'd write the master plan, Talk Tonight, or Half the World Away, 3 separate songs, and nobody would say, 'Do you want to hold that back?' It's only as the years have gone along that I realized that was mental." um, and then I think he had mentioned like someone who ran the recording studio or the record company that, they were just kind of into whatever kind of sounded like a hit. That's what they were going with, maybe stuff that was maybe a little bit more deeper. And, I'm not saying the other songs are not interesting, but, he definitely believed in these songs that he was writing, these ones that he mentioned.
Mhm.
And they were just going for a certain sound, certain whatever. So, but yeah, I think it's I find it really interesting, because I do, as I'm listening to these songs that Noel, these B-sides, they're really good. They're like, I'm finding that they might be better than some of the other stuff
Mhm.
that I've known all these years from Oasis.
Well, it's like
So
you said, it just doesn't have that one sound that they think is going to sell big.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, well, we talked about that before, that it's really got nothing to do with the quality of the song,
yeah,
what they
yeah,
push as a single or, an A side or.
right. Now he was a real talent, absolutely. So this one, and just explain a little bit. Again, this is a coffee request, and we were sort of directed to the version from the Oasis YouTube channel, and we really get into trouble when we pull a version from an artist YouTube channel. It just usually winds up causing our reactions to get blocked. So I'm like, well, so now I'm
Or some
searching around.
official radio channel or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Record company too.
So you folks out there, if you put in a request, try to avoid that stuff.
Yes, please. So what happened was, so now I'm looking for like another studio version, but from like a fan. And then I came across the Unplugged video. I think this was from MTV, and I looked and it was from a fan. And some of those, I guess they get stripped down or something like that. And I'm thinking, we've had luck with those kind of things. I'm like,
Mhm.
so what the heck? So that's why the reaction that you're going to see part of this whole episode, it's that live performance. I think it was MTV. And I love it, man. It's fantastic. I mean, I don't know. I forgot. I guess I should have actually in the homework put down the name of the guy who does the harmonica. Harmonica is like fantastic. That's not part of the song in the studio. So that was just something that was in that live
Oh,
performance.
okay.
But he's right. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
he's
was really
just
good, yeah.
he almost stole the whole damn show really with that. But then you had the horns and like you said, the strings.
Yeah, but that's what initially draws you in is the harmonica, because it starts pretty much
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. But just the whole entire performance, just really, real well done, and yeah, cool. So good. So that's 2 Oasis songs in a row. I'm like, yeah. So maybe this is not a mirage, right? Maybe
your skin's loose at your forehead.
Oh, why is it really?
No, you just went like this, like you're pinching your forehead.
Oh, I'm just pinching myself.
But you did go up here.
Well, that's part of myself.
Yeah, but you can't grab anything.
Okay.
Unless you're getting wrinkles.
There's nothing up there for you to grab. I know. Anyway. I know what you meant.
I mean the skin. Oh, forget it, man.
Because now I'm gonna get into people are like, oh my God, he has no skin up there. Okay, so that said, is this a mirage or you are on like,
Oh God.
lushy grass with like water and
It's getting better. It's getting better.
All right, cool. All
Still
right.
thirsty as hell, but
Just want to
you
know like what ground you're walking on right now with Oasis. All right. Well, on to another one at some point. So
I'm
onward
sure
and
we
upward.
will be.
Onward and upward with Oasis for you,
Mhm.
sir. All right. And I'll take us out and I'll
Take us
say,
out.
Chris, have a good day. Okay.
You too,
Especially
man.
since you like the song. I really want you to have a rest of a good day.
I'm gonna go listen to it the rest of the day.
And to everyone out there, hit like, subscribe if you haven't. And down below information, you'll see Ko-fi. What is that about? Go check on the link and see how you can maybe support us while you also get an awesome reaction from us. And that said, we'll see you on next episode of Into the Music.
See ya.